of the Lord, for him to find grace in the eyes of the Lord, it means that the Lord's eyes have been on him and upon him for specific things
Yes.
and for specific assignments. Moses was another one.
Yeah.
In Exodus 33, 16 and 17, it says, for how then will, and this is Moses talking, he says, for how then will it be known that your people and I have found grace in your sight, except you go with us? And this is when they were, in the wilderness.
Yeah.
So we shall be separate, your people and I, from all the people who are upon the face of the earth. Verse 17 says, so the Lord said to Moses, I will also do this thing that you have spoken. Why? Because for you have found grace in my sight, and I know you by name. Isn't that,
Yes.
you said, I know you by name. Come on.
Powerful.
And it's not that, let's not get it twisted. God knows our name, but for him to let Moses know that I know your name and that you have received grace in my sight.
Yes.
It really takes our love for him. I feel like it's not that we're looking, we all want to be validated. That's just, yes, every person wants to be validated, but to hear God say that you have found grace in my sight and I know you by name, it brings you into that friendship of God, similar to, like, I believe Abraham.
Yes, but you said something. You said that all of us want to be validated, but sometimes the reason why we don't access grace at the level that we need to is because we're looking for our validation to come from man rather than
100%.
And so you keep the word that you keep, giving us tonight is about that these men found favor in the sight of God. Mm-hmm. And so that has to be first and foremost, that we find favor in the sight of God, and anything else that comes with that, anything in addition to is basically wonderful. But guess what? If you have it mixed up and you're looking for the validation first to come from man, yeah, you follow what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Even though that's going to occur, what you need to be focused on is that you found favor with Abba Father. And when you find favor with him, when the enemy starts bringing stuff to your mind and telling you that you're this and, remember that, and remember when you, before you were saved and, this was going on with you and that was going on with you, yeah. You can speak to him and you can say, but I have found favor. I have the grace of God rest upon me. I found favor with God. And because I found favor with God, no matter what basically happened before or happened this or that, I can now speak that my favor comes from the Lord Jesus. And that's why there are some people that walk lightly when they are going through and some don't.
That's good.
Because what happens is that because of the fact that we have not allowed the grace of God to rest upon us, and we have not utilized the grace of God, when we're in the midst of people will sense that, we're always heavy. But when the grace of God rests upon you and you know that and you're receiving it, when you're going through, you walk lightly. And I know that because I had a time in my life when I was going through. And years later, I would say something to someone. They was like, you were really going through that during that time? I said, yeah. They was like, well, okay, yeah. So, I know that I'm saved, you're saved. And I said to him, the grace of God rests upon me. And people would come and say, the spirit of grace rest on you. So I would walk lightly, not because of myself, but because of the fact that the grace of God rested on me. And I understood that in order for me to walk through that thing, in order for me to get through that thing, that I needed to ensure that I appreciated, that I understood that the grace of God was the very thing that was causing me to walk lightly instead of walking in a heaviness.
Yeah.
Walking in a heaviness. So
it's almost like the heaviness precedes you before you even get to wherever you are. Before you meet people, they see the heaviness first. And I'm like, oh boy, I don't know what's going on, but I can see it all around you and in you. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's so good.